What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys the finals match for the Red Season 7 Blue League. This is our 15th match of the season, and it will be the final one unless we win this, in which case we would then play a promotion match to get into yellow. We are taking on Evan and the Brighton Bewears, so let's run through his team. He has Tapu Lele, Komao, Nihilego, Z-User Kartana, Mandibuzz, Alakazam, Seismitoad, Mega Camerupt, Z-User Gliscod, and Lapras. Only thing I was not expecting to come was the Lapras. Yeah, that's about it. So, from last time, Lele came last time as well. Komao didn't, which is fine. Komao didn't come this time either. Megazam is probably too much of a threat for it. Mega Camel came last time but didn't, and Seismitoad came over Mega Camel. That's really the only big change that I'm seeing on paper. I brought a wildly different team from last time, and if you haven't seen the team builders, check that out. Went up yesterday. Otherwise, let's get right into it. I have Bandit Arachnid, which is just, it doesn't have a matchup here, so it's not that big a deal, but yeah, it doesn't really do anything except maybe sponge a hit from Alakazam and hit it back really hard. Z, Agility, triple attack, Vikavolt, which actually has a really good offensive matchup in my opinion. Cryogonal, which is Scarf, and I see 0 freeze dry answers, so that's cool. Buzzwole, which is also Scarf, Calm Mind, Klefki, and I am a 4 attacks Mega Alakazam. So pretty standard stuff here. I'm memeing up a little bit. I'm bringing a mono weak to Nihilego team because my team overall is like stupid weak to Nihilego. My only answer to Nihilego that resists like dual stab is Donphan, and it can very easily just run Grass Knot. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, let's go right into things here. I'm just going to leave Klefki. Figure it's got a good matchup. I can just Calm Mind on whatever the hell I want. In comes the Lele, and I choose to Thunder Wave it because I'm stupid. And I didn't realize that Prankster counted as priority for Psychic Terrain. So yeah, Klefki is actually really bad in this matchup. And that Psyshock shows that this is probably choice specs. So I wasn't really expecting a whole lot from it, but it's choice specs. And I opt to Calm Mind, and in comes the Seismitoad, so there you go. This thing obviously threatens out my Klefki, so I can go to my Vikavolt here on what I expect to be an Earthquake, but it is Rocks. Just going to set up an Agility on the Rock Slide here. Rock Slide is very interesting. It's not what I was expecting to come off, and he does show to be Rindo Berry, so he's going to eat 1 Energy Ball. And based on that damage, like I'm really confused by this set because it looks like it's got a little bit of physical offense to it based on how much damage he's doing with Rock Slide, but it's also got like almost max Spadef to eat the Energy Ball with as well as it did. This turn I'm just going to opt to Z because I figure it's probably my best play regardless of what he switches into, and the Seismitoad will die. I just want to get the Z move off before my Vikavolt dies, so that's what I'm going to click as the Nihilego does come in on the Savage Spinout. A little bit of a ballsy play there from Evan, but obviously this thing's taking nothing from the Savage Spinout. It's doing slightly more than what Energy Ball would have done, I think, just because Nihilego is super specially bulky. And I opted to click Thunderbolt here, and we'll see what set he is, because I should outspeed this if he's not Scarf, and he's Scarf. And out comes the HP Fire. Crit obviously didn't matter. Mega Alakazam is going to come in here, and I obviously will trace his Beast Boost if I Mega Evolve on this thing, and be in a really good spot to just like clean sweep his team, honestly. Once I get a Beast Boost and start getting special attack boosts, it's pretty much over for him, unless he's running double Scarf like he did last time. Yeah, so he's just going to opt to switch into the Seismitoad, so I get the bad trace here into the Water Absorb. And I Dazzling Gleamed, expecting him to switch. There's no way he stayed in with Nihilego there. And I thought Mandibuzz would have been his answer to a Psyshock. In comes the Lele, and I'm going to Shadow Ball. And I know that he specs this is a roll. If he's timid, a roll in my favor. And actually, he turned out to be modest, and it was a roll not in my favor. But it still was a roll regardless. So Alakazam, bulky boy, might have lived that. In comes the Kartana on my Klefki. I Calm Mind up on the Lele, though. So, alright, this is really interesting, right? This Kartana coming in. Because I should two-shot this with Dazzling Gleam if it's a standard Kartana, and he shouldn't actually be able to kill me with anything, because I'm physically defensive. So I'm just going to throw off Dazzling Gleam as he shows off to be Corkscrew Crash. That roll really confused me. Corkscrew Crash should have killed me if he was offensive whatsoever, but he's a speed boosting set, so I had to run like the calc, and I'm like, oh my god. Even timid, it's not doing anything, and I had to manually reduce the IVs to the level where he would get a speed boost, and then I got a roll where Corkscrew Crash was doing that much. So he got a very low roll on the Corkscrew Crash, and it let me figure out that he was a speed boosting variant this turn, like the first time that he got an attack off. And obviously Dazzling Gleam did pretty much nothing, even though it should have two-shot. So I was a little bit confused there. I'm just going to opt to sack this. So there you go. And then Buzzwole's going to come in here. I thought about clicking Lunge. Lunge wouldn't have killed this thing, but it would have caught anything else switching in a little bit better than Drain Punch would have. Although, when I looked at it, Drain Punch was two-shotting everything anyway, so it didn't matter. As he shows off to be Air Slash, which is really fun tech, but he's just going to opt to sack the Kartana. And from here, I guess I'll just talk about the rest of my season, because Nihilego is going to come in, and it's just going to kill everything with Power Gem. Actually, I guess I'll talk about the Cryogonal for a second here as I bring in Cryogonal. So, in my calc, HP Ground is actually a roll to kill this thing, but he's running a lot more bulk than I thought, so I got a little bit of a mid-roll, and it didn't matter. Yeah, so let's talk about how the season went. We do take the 4-0 loss to Evan. I was not expecting to win this game, guys. There's no way I was winning this game. Evan's beat me every time, and not that I think that he's, like, this god of Pokemon that I can't beat. I do think I can beat him. Like, I absolutely thought that I could have beat him the first time, and I think I probably could have beat him this time. I didn't take this match as seriously as I probably should have, just because of how Blue had been going for me and how I thought my chances were in this game. So if I'd brought Donphan, I maybe stand a little bit of a better chance against than Nihilego, but Rock Skating up were a pain in the ass, and my removal this season was really bad. My team was horrible. Like, how did I make finals with this team? It's so bad. I had a speed gap between Salazzle and Buzzwole. Like, this team is just not good whatsoever. I don't know what the hell I was thinking drafting it. I lost my Dark type because Bisharp was complete garbage. So this whole team was, like, carried by Mega Alakazam, Buzzwole, and Miltank the entire season. And I don't understand how that happened, but it did. So keep an eye out for my season recap. I will go over every single match, and we'll talk about how the season went, what I thought of each Mon, and my transactions and stuff throughout the season. GG's to Evan. He absolutely deserved this. He was a beast all season and went on a little bit of a losing streak. I really believe that Evan should have been... Evan 100% should have been one of the people having a bye this season. But it just didn't end up that way. I also think that I should have been a person having a bye this season, but again, it didn't end up that way. So yeah, again, GG's to Evan. He sent me his sets afterwards. I lost to that Mandibuzz. I lost to that Nihilego. I lost to that Kartana if it's Swords Dance. Like, there was just no good way for me to be able to win this game. And in prep, it was just so difficult. I over-prepped for Kommo both times because it's such a threat, and it didn't come either time. And I guess I slightly over-prepped for Mega Camel, even though it came last time. So, anyways, that's going to be for me, guys. From a successful red season, I'll take my second place with pride here. And I'll catch you guys for the season recap.